A very good evening. You tuned into UBC TV. We warmly welcome you to News Tonight. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. Muhammad Bugalu joins us for sign language interpretation. In a first story this evening, most of African countries rely on data and information from Western countries, which information is tailored to their needs. Museveni, the Vice President, Jessica Alupo, has lauded the 20 member states of the Regional Center for Mapping Resources for Development for their contribution to the Pan-Africanism through the work they do at the agency. The Vice President was representing President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni at the official opening of the 12th Conference of the Regional Center for Mapping of Resources for Development and the 56th Governing Council at Speak Resort, Munyonyo yesterday. The agency, established in 1975, has a representation of 20 member states of East Africa and Southern Africa, with several ministers and representatives from several member countries present. We have details to the story.
Your Excellency, I wish to inform you that Uganda was the first signatory to the establishment of this organization, and that gives it a special place in the history because there will never be a first signatory. It is Uganda and it will always be that way.
Bringing you warm greetings from His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. There is no way we can start discriminating amongst ourselves. We should have zero tolerance to discrimination on the account of either tribe or religion or color or age or gender. You can name them until cows come back home. Many of you have a similar migration story, but within Africa. So I want to appreciate the organization here because we have continued to follow that spirit, and we should track that spirit and continue growing together as the African people. But also I am sure that the presidents of the African Union who decided to name our President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, is a champion of integration. In the African Union meetings which I have attended, the presidents normally tell me that you go and greet the champion of integration. The champion of integration means that it is very important that we continue working together, and those imaginary lines, PS, drawing the maps, surveyors, we should keep a blind eye on it and focus on our agenda of developing as the African people. So that is the message of His Excellency the President. Let me now take this honor to officially open the 12th Conference of the Ministers of the Regional Center for Mapping of Resources for Development. And I thank you all. So that is the message of His Excellency the President.
Her Excellency Jessica Alupo, Vice President of the Republic of Uganda. Uganda has joined other African countries to commemorate the 19th Conference on Mathematics, Science and Technology Education. The First Lady, also Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, reiterated on the government strategies to upright teaching, force through reviewing the existing white paper education curriculum. Our reporter has more to this.
Today,
working with African education stakeholders, the Ministry of Education and Sports intend to equip learners with the transformative skills to facilitate their innovation at a young age.
all of us to look at how the teaching is happening in Africa, or this region to begin with. And we need to look at the teaching that we're doing so that we know where our young generation is going in future.
The Minister of Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, is optimistic of the ongoing education policy review exercise to facilitate production of high-skilled human resource.
Drop of the education policy review process currently being conducted through nationwide stakeholders consultations and extensive research under the leadership of the Education Policy Review Commission. The fact that COM-19 deliberations outcomes will contribute significantly to this process.
Minister Janet Museveni emphasizes equipping girl child to self-reliance.
Vision 2040 identifies human capital development as one of the fundamentals required to accelerate national transformation. It empowers increased production, productivity, and technological growth.
This year's Conference on Science, Mathematics and Technology Education has been facilitated by strengthening of mathematics, science and technology education in Africa, SIMASI, which encourage Africans to develop curriculum for African solutions.
That the past 2 decades spent in the 21st century have been more of miseducating than educating Africans. And I recommend that there is need to accelerate efforts in balancing the reflux of the pedagogy of curriculum, teacher, and learners. I thank you.
This program of empowering secondary school students is ongoing. Several have developed different innovative projects.
Our project was to engage all the other learners. Okay, we created a website and we use it to engage every other learner in the school to take part in different activities. From now college and we are all in senior ones. Our project is entitled Mitigating the Effects of Global Warming through Technology, Science and Good Agronomic Practices.
It is called a mathematical vertical car parking system. This project was mainly brought up in order to solve a problem of wastage of a lot of horizontal space for parking, especially in town settings.
The ministry commits more innovations in the sector to meet regional demands.
Interventions are compulsory science and mathematics at lower secondary. We have a lower secondary curriculum that is competence-based. We have built and equipped science laboratories in our schools. We have developed continuous professional development frameworks for teachers where SESEMAT program is particularly for science and mathematics.
Strengthening of mathematics, science and technology education in Africa, SIMASI, is a network for African countries intending to share innovative ideas, best education practices, as well as interrogating issues relating to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Abdul Nasir Luwama, UBC News.
Chambogo University has expressed the need to harmonize the discrepancy between the curriculum they use to train teachers and the one developed by the Curriculum Development Center, because it is a challenge. While presenting their proposals for improvement of teacher training and education to the Education Policy Review Commission, the head of the Department, Educational Planning and Management at Chambogo University, Kasule George Wilson, said that they are training using the conventional curriculum, yet students are taught using a competence-based curriculum.
Ministry of Education and Sports has given Chambogo University a mandate to offer a 2-year full-time diploma in education, primary, in 23 core primary colleges and 5 national teachers colleges, one of the things the teacher training and teacher education institution has achieved in the last 74 years. However, the institution is facing a challenge of inadequate staff and lack of support supervision resulting from ineffective implementation of the teacher training and education curriculum from both the technical and administrative arm. The head of Department, Educational Planning and Management at Chambogo University, Professor Kasule George William, said there is lack of a holistic national framework for training teachers.
The National Curriculum Development Center, for example, can come up with the model of curriculum or type of curriculum, and the training institutions are not in the know. So that is this discrepancy between the training institutions
and these other agencies causing implementation challenges. And yet teachers are the implementers of the curriculum. These people are developing. So teachers should be part and parcel right from the initial stages of curriculum design.
Chambogo upholds the proposal for all teachers to hold bachelor degree as the maximum qualification for teaching, as in the national teacher policy, emphasizing that it is one way to improve the image of teachers. Some members in Education Policy Review Commission asked whether the university has evidence based on research that the antidote to poor quality teachers is a bachelor degree.
Yes, there is right now a position that actually what we need is a teacher who is able to undertake action research. You observe the learner, you have given the intervention, you know what the learner is supposed to be, then you should have capacity to observe that that change is happening.
A standard for the teaching profession, because teaching until now has been having different categories of practitioners with different knowledge sets, with different competencies, and then all of them, they say they are members of a teaching profession. How are we going to have a profession that does not have the same standard?
Members of the commission proposed assistance to teachers to be research experts in their field, which gives justification for the method of teaching they use, to which Chambogo University lecturers recommend adoption of action and team research.
Give justification for the method of teaching they are using, the learning material they are supposed to learn, to use, the lesson plan.
Into a direction of action research. As I do, I also research. I report, I also improve. So that is participatory and is able to help me, the teacher, who is helping the other teacher.
In their policy proposal, Chambogo University recommend to separate pre-primary from primary schools with specific curriculum. I'm Nafka Farida and Stephen Kalicia.
The new lower secondary school curriculum is a beacon of hope for upscaling vocational training in the country. The Directorate of Industrial Training at the Ministry of Education, Patrick Byakatonda, says that learners will be equipped with hands-on skills for self-sustenance.
Uganda's education system is targeting to produce graduates with skills that are competitive on the labor market. The Directorate of Industrial Training, Dr. Patrick Byakatonda, says government is committed to ensure many Ugandans acquire skills. Byakatonda hails school administrators for investing heavily in the vocational subjects.
We have sensitized over 900 students, so this is one of the biggest number, and this is one of the best schools in the country. So when they are embracing the new lower secondary curriculum, then who are you who are still dragging behind?
The Directorate of Industrial Training is on a national tour of secondary schools to inspect the preparedness of the new curriculum that equips learners with employable skills.
So the enthusiasm which the children have, so when they come for holiday, please assist them, give them the material. The DIT is the difference. The children should perform at home. They should practice what they are doing in school, and then they translate into the community.
The deputy head teacher in charge of administration at St. Mary's College Chisubi, Justus Katatumba, says the new curriculum is practical and user-friendly.
For the betterment, development, future development of this country, we all need to embrace this curriculum, and these children are going to be accessed generally as a country, so they all need to take it up and be able to compete with the students of SMAC and other big traditional schools.
The Directorate of Industrial Training will assess and certify the competency of students next year in agriculture, art and design, entrepreneurship, performing arts, nutrition and food technology, ICT, physical education, technology and design, with each student sitting for only one occupation.
Help my parents who are also in a poultry business to help them also work with their poultry at home.
Now if I have my certificate, I can just go into a hotel or restaurant, and I give it there and I show them that I passed well in my DIT, I did this and that, so and they can easily give me a job. Yes.
So that Kaye and Henry Moganga, UBC News.
The deputy head teacher Salama School for the Blind, Mukono, has appealed to government and other stakeholders to renovate the school following a fire that gutted the dormitory last month, in which even some learners lost their lives. He raised the concern during the visit of Sense International and Tata Uganda, who donated scholastic materials to the school.
It is 1 month since fire gutted Salama School of the Blind Girls dormitory, in which some students died. This incident has attracted well-wishers to support the remaining pupils and staff by donating to the school. Sense International and Tata Uganda have visited the school and involved in activities like general cleaning and also donated learning materials. The sales manager of Tata Automotors, Mugabe Jackson, said that corporate social responsibility is their mandate.
This is the normal routine that we do. So specifically, this time we teamed up with the Sense International Uganda, which helped us to identify Salama as a school for the blind.
He pledged total support to the school.
So we have come here specifically to say sorry to them, to condole with them, and at the same time to support them materially. We have brought in materials for using during their study. We brought in the Orbit readers. We brought in.
The country director Sense International, Michael Sebuliva, explains their partnership with Tata Automotors Limited.
And we have another program to ensure that they become educated by taking them, assisting them to go to schools. Then when they finish that level, we also...
The deputy head teacher Tumusimi Lawrence applauded the well-wishers for the support.
It will take them time remembering Sense International, because they have brought Orbit readers which are helpful and are important in classroom.
He also calls police to permit them renovate and access the burnt dormitory.
At our school, we would like to at least reconstruct the burnt dormitory, and the space which we have is still limited. That's why we have been calling police at least to allow us demolish and clean up the place and be able to construct a spacious dormitory for the girls, because next time, the next year 2023, we want the girls to come and find at least when we have done something for them.
As schools break off for third-term holidays, Michael appeals to the parents and society to love and care for children living with disability.
Become educated by taking them, assisting them to go to schools. Then when they finish that level, we also attach them to institutions to acquire vocational skills.
Justin Nakami, Tanaba Kenneth, UBC.
MTN presents Tugende Muchika Day at Kampala Serena Hotel on Saturday, 3rd December 2022. Standard tickets go for 100k, gold 300k, and 3 million for platinum. Or pay 90,000 shillings if you pay using MTN mobile money. Remember, this is only applicable to ordinary tickets. Featuring Eddie Away, Chancellor Lubega, Sweet Kid, Kabiye Semboga, Akiki Romeo, Betty Pologoma, Ziggy D, Lady Mariam, Tina Tine, Abdumulasi, and featuring Aveka Band. All this at Kampala Serena Hotel. For reservations, call 0785-961-910. Dress code Retro Style. Sponsored by Elderly Network Foundation, Coca-Cola, Al Breweries Limited, Kadanke, and MTN.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mulch Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
Yeah. Sending money the old way. Eh? Wrong number. Sending money with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to access and confirm contact details in real time before you send money. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312 206 400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We are the DPF. We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Just get Airtel Money Pay so that all money comes direct to your business wallet and only you, the owner, have access to it.
Just dial *185 *10 hash and now you are on. No waiting. Yes, become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today.
No mixing your business money with your Kameza money.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Mbara and Jinja.
Welcome to Friends Stadium. Everybody's ready. Wait a second, not everybody. Come on, dude, it's the FIFA World Cup. You're going to lose your seat, the ritual seat, the lucky one. Losing more than a seat, your team is going to lose. Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold out much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place. Hey, other hand. And you, do you have everything you need to believe?
UBC News Tonight will come back from the break. Now, residents in Bukoli constituency have been advised to embrace government programs in order to fight poverty and unemployment among the youth. We have details to this.
This was at an event held at Wharf Primary School Playground, Bukoli North in Bujiri District, where different development programs were launched targeting an uplift of livelihoods in the constituency. According to Albert Okwari, there is need to initiate more programs and embrace those started by government to help the youth out of poverty.
The youths
My fellow youths, I encourage you, I call upon you that let us support government. Let us support each program that government brings. Even if it is a myoga, you get involved. Parish developmental model, let us involve in that. Let us love those activities because it is from that the government can find ways of adding us more programs.
Okware decried leaders who do not prioritize addressing the challenges that affect the people and said this is the main cause for the escalating poverty among Ugandans.
These roads they are poor because of poor leadership. You value your vote, put the pressure in these political leaders. If you have voted, the political leaders, these voters are their bosses. They are supposed to go and pressurize them. Ask them why the roads are bad. But
at the same event, the youth in the area expressed support for General Muhoozi Kainerugab's presidential candidature come 2026.
An endorsement for a presidential candidate is something like you have witnessed today, where thousands of people, both old and young, mostly youths, have put their signatures and endorsed the presidency in the hands of General Muhoozi Kainerugaba 2026.
It's really a true testimony that Muhoozi is the next generational leader that is going to become the president 2026. Because everyone here is contented and satisfied.
We are ready to take up this country. The youth is ready to take up the country. The support is there and it is ready to push the new presidency.
Among the programs launched was a Christmas football tournament where kits were distributed to the different football teams in the area.
This tournament which is going on today, it is a tournament that I've put as Okware Albert Christmas tournament. The constituency is very big and the district is big. I cannot go on interacting with every youth. I see this one as a special way that I can call upon the youths together. I interact with them. I hear their views. That's why I put this match to interact with them, to promote the talents. It is from here.
The residents thanked Albert Okware for the initiative but urged government to work on the poor roads network in their area, among other challenges.
Enjira dano ne kamadi we gagwaga Salama obusale tusaba batuyambe batulongokeze kwa majira
amakulu mabinyo lwakubante abakulu bafate bafaayo nnyo kiri awo kinene basuubiza ntugenda kukola busente bwaze nnyo butono ku district.
The event hosted people from different walks of life in the area, including local leaders and members of the Muhoozi Army Original. Story compiled by Joel Vuvia for UBC News.
Yes, they want their roads repaired from Buala to Bugodo and other places. Meanwhile, the refugee community secondary schools in Adjumani district have started annual science and innovation fairs to encourage students to embrace science and apply it in life. The fairs have been jointly organized by the Windel International Uganda and Uganda Science Education Program with support from the United Nations High Commission for Refugees.
Despite efforts by government, donor community and civil society to ease access to equitable education to the refugee community schools in Adjumani district, they still need laboratories besides teacher retention and motivation. This was observed during the first annual Science and Innovation Internal School Fair for Adjumani Refugee Community Secondary Schools, organized by Window International Uganda, Uganda Science Education Program USEP, with funding from the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. This year's fair is on the theme involving young people in scientific innovation for nutrition and sustainable development.
Why I'm coming to tell everybody that science and innovation fair is a hot cake, and in education, such integration is very important and so vital to make sure we achieve meaningful quality education for all of us, refugees and the nationals within Adjumani refugee settlement.
For reasons well known that science and innovation empowers communities to be better, and refugees communities our countries are more interested, stakeholders are interested in improving the livelihoods of the refugee communities.
The fairs conducted in the refugee camps are unique, considering the migratory nature of students, majority of whom are from Southern Sudan.
Back in South Sudan, it's a little different. You find that they specialize, those who do sciences alone, right from senior one, while those who do arts alone. And yet in Uganda, sciences are compulsory, so that makes adjusting to learning difficult.
It is a bit challenging, and also matters of discipline and culture have a great influence in their conduct.
Some learners, especially the girl child, who fear. They think the science subjects are for the boys.
The community schools need government intervention.
So our urge is that if the government can come and take over these schools, and we continue supporting, of course, in partnership in the names of integration of refugees and nationals into the same educational system.
The Emerging Best Science Innovations project for the 5 participating schools will be selected to participate in the District Inter-Schools Fair to be held in November 29th in Adjumani Stadium. Edward Colin Juko for UBC, Adjumani, West Nile.
The leadership of the Uganda Medical Association has urged medical personnel working in public health facilities to stop absenteeism and late coming and stealing from the sick. Dr. Samuel Oledo Dongo, Uganda Medical Association president, says that despite responding to their call for salary increment, many of them still spend much of their time in their private clinics.
The leaders of the Uganda Medical Association urges the medical personnel in public health facility to stop shaming them before government officials by acting as professionals in their various work across the country.
Even when you're working with these patients, can we stop bleeding more patients? It is very catastrophic for a patient to come in a government facility and you ask them for a bed. Someone will come with a hydrocelular hernia, you get money from them. I assure you, you'll show up with that same condition, or even your parents show up. So why do you want to bring a curse on yourself? And yet the profession you're in can give you blessings instead. So let's treat our people well, let's change the health indices. We want to see maternal mortality going down. We want to see patients who are dying because of manageable illnesses going down. Let anyone who's going go in for sure. We've tried everything in our capacity.
Dr. Philbert Nyero blamed the poor performance on the incompetency of some medical personnel in government health facility and poor working relationships between them, which have costed so many Ugandans their lives.
Do not call a senior. Honestly, wake up your senior from the bed to come and see a patient you will not see. That is embarrassing, and it is the trend we are seeing outside in the field. We have right now paid salary, but everybody is very big. They said we are striking, there is no money. We have paid. He said they have not yet come, and they say we shall continue striking. I don't know if government strike, if we could stand that.
Community members told UBC TV that the salary increment of the medical personnel in public health facility did not make any difference in the healthcare service delivery.
The medicines, the drugs which the government sends, it's not fully enough to run the health centers, to run the health units, whereby we are facing a lot of challenge of medication.
Like health workers who, some of them, they become rude.
Makosa Boniface, a pharmacist, had met witnessing a series of stolen drugs and medical equipment being sold to private health facilities.
It is very true. In many of our facilities, especially in the government facility, we have theft of drugs, we have theft of equipment, we have so many things that are happening. Now, this comes to our community sensitization. The community on priority need to understand what belongs to government is for government. If somebody is to pick a drug from a government facility, it's written government of Uganda and sells to you, you as a citizen of this country, are you just going to buy this drug and pass a benefit to yourself or around, or you're going to pick this drug, whatever the person has got to you, are you going to take it to maybe an LC, to police?
The director Yumbe Referral Hospital, Dr. Luwero, says some of these problems are coming due to inadequate supply of drugs and medical equipment and scarcity of medical personnel at various health facilities.
Our staffing level is at 23%. A regional referral hospital in this country to have a staffing level of 23% is unacceptable. It is not only in Yumbe, it cuts across up to the National Referral Hospital of Mulago and Butabika. The other problem we have with the staffing is the issue of specialists. Many of our regional referral hospitals do not have specialists. A case in point in Yumbe, at the moment we have only one specialist, that is a pediatrician.
Stephen Okello, reporting for UBC TV in Gulu City.
Teenagers have appealed to government to empower the boy child to stay in school and also protect the girl child against teenage pregnancy. This was during the 2022 National Girl Pre-Summit event for Northern Uganda at the Desert Breeze Hotel in Arua City.
School-age-going children have identified inadequate attention given to the boy child in the fight against teenage pregnancy and child marriage as a challenge.
What really I want the government and the local government to do, as they could also be educating the girls, they should also be educating the boys to ensure that the boys can also keep as a security towards the sisters and the girls in the community.
In other activities, the people include only girls only, leaving the boys outside, and yet the boys are the causes. So we need the government or the angels to also do the same thing, maybe awareness together with the boys. That one can help to reduce teenage pregnancy.
They say drug abuse and child labor needs to be addressed. During the 2022 National Girl Pre-Summit event for Northern Uganda, organized by a consortium of partners, Arua District Chairman Alfred Okwonji said traditional cultures contribute towards child marriage.
When you talk about cultural leaders, when you talk about parents, they don't know how to give sex education to these young girls. Why? Because they were even children at one moment. They don't give education, they don't give guidance to these people. We have tried as local leaders to block some of the avenues where the young girls are getting pregnant, but they are not listening to.
The 2021 UNICEF UNFPA situational analysis shows that teenage pregnancy accounts for 22.3% of school dropouts among girls aged between 14 to 18 years, whereas 1 in 4 of Ugandan women aged between 15 to 19 years have given birth or are pregnant with their first child by the age of 18. But the Prime Minister of Lugbara Chiefdom, Ismail Tuku, flashed at Western culture as more destructive to young generation than African traditional cultures.
All the clan leaders have been sensitized to receive these girls as children of their own. The culture is not a bad one, only that people misinform others. You get cultures from West, for example, say, after all, it's my right. Who tells you sex is a right? It's only when you are matured that it becomes a right, when you are married.
A 19-year-old Doris Wadiko from Maracha district, a victim of early marriage who has now completed Senior 4, tips girls on education after child marriage and pregnancy.
My advice to my fellow girls who experience the same challenge like me, don't fear to share out your challenge. You never knew someone outside there might be encouraged of your challenge and help you out. Because of me, I shared mine, and then an initiative got encouraged with me.
Job Awuruku, the Child Protection Coordinator at World Vision, and Evelyn Injikuru, the Executive Director of Amani Initiative, share the importance of giving second chance to teenage mothers.
Seeing a girl coming back to school after having gone through the different experiences, it gives me hope that it is actually possible for them to recover. it gives us more strength as civil society organizations to invest more.
When girls get pregnant, we should give them second chances, third chances, even many more chances to go back to school.
However, Article 34, Clause 4 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda provides for protection of children from social or economic exploitation likely to interfere with their education. Joseph Odama, UBC News.
State Minister for Luwero, Renzori Triangle, Alice Kaboyo, has advised leaders in Luwero district to serve people who entrusted them with power. In a meeting attended by sub-county chairpersons, mayors, district chairperson, RGCs of Luwero, local leaders disclosed that there are increased crime rates and have hindered development in the area.
Local leaders from town councils, sub-counties and district levels have appealed to government to address land grabbing in Luwero district. During the engagement with the State Minister for Luwero Renzori Triangle, Alice Kaboyo, in Luwero, leaders appealed to government to complete the district headquarter structure.
We have, of course, accommodation challenges because some departments are so squeezed. We have structures that are really in a poor state. For instance, if you looked at where natural resources and production sit, they are really so squeezed, and the structures don't befit being district offices.
Government can right now help us to improve on the services in Luwero district as the maker of Uganda, and maybe we can have even something like a memorable kind of a project, like a market.
Some urge that since the merging and closing of some police posts, crimes have increased, although security organs refuse.
Usually during the festive season, we have crime rates increasing. So many people don't want to work, resort from stealing other people's properties during the festive season because they want to go and enjoy during these days. So I just want to appeal to the public that they should really provide security to their properties, because police cannot be everywhere.
Luwero District Chairperson Elasto Kivirango says they are being challenged of not having district structures completed.
Minister yomono yatuwa mageti soke tuyimirize amalo okubaako byayogera ne mu cabinet ne katulala atuletedde amawulire kino tugenda kufuna ekizimbe.
The minister assured them how government has released money to complete construction of Luwero district headquarters.
I have had other meetings, but I have not had meetings with leaders of Luwero district. So I felt that there's a lot that has happened in Luwero lately, especially the insecurity, the issues of poverty, and other issues needed to be addressed.
The minister is currently on field tour, interacting with local leaders in Luwero Renzori Triangle to identify challenges affecting his region. Lydia Chomkama, Andrew Sebida, UBC News.
News tonight. Here comes a short break. Enjoy it, but do not go anywhere.
Yeah, sending money the old way. Eh? Ah, wrong number. Sending money with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to access and confirm contact details in real time before you send money. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Mbara and Jinja.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
Did you know that a cashless, secure and convenient lifestyle is possible with Airtel Money Pay? Pay for your goods and services in the following simple steps. Dial *185 *9#. Enter the merchant ID. Enter the amount. Enter payment reference, for example, school items. Please enter PIN to confirm. You will receive a confirmation message for a successful transaction. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash hands with soap, it means clean hands for all. This is a message from the National Hand Washing Secretariat.
It's better to foster respect instead of fear and pain.
Cause a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Ladies and gentlemen, Livingston brings you Mbera the Genesis concert. On 26th November 2022 at Kololo Airstrip, come we celebrate gospel music as we take you through the Genesis, featuring Entry tickets at 20,000 shillings, VIP tickets at 50,000 shillings, and a table of 10 at 2 million shillings. And the first 1,000 people who will buy a ticket via MTN mobile money will get a discount of 5,000 shillings on each. Don't forget, people with disabilities enter for free. Livingston Live in Mbera the Genesis concert is brought to you by Plascon, Fenot, Coca-Cola, Maestro Studios, UNCC, Tres Gospel, Design Consult, Diesel Money, and MTN.
UBC News Tonight, thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. Government of Uganda acquired a loan worth $11 million to construct the new Crested Crane Hotel and Training Institute for Skilling in Jinja. State Minister for Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities Tom Butime disclosed this in a conference to release 216 students' results of 2022 examinations of the Uganda Hotel and Tourism Training Institute in Kampala.
Like this? Okay.
The Uganda Hotel and Tourism Institute has released examination results for 216 students for the year 2022 to Minister for Tourism Tom Butime for confirmation before the graduation slated for Friday this week. Minister Butime officially released the results for the 216 students
BBC, inspiring Uganda.
Ladies and gentlemen, Livingston brings you Bera the Genesis concert on 26th November 2022 at Kololo Airstrip. Come we celebrate gospel music as we take you through the Genesis, featuring Entry tickets at 20,000 shillings, VIP tickets at 50,000 shillings, and a table of 10 at 2 million shillings. And the first 1,000 people who will buy a ticket via MTN mobile money will get a discount of 5,000 shillings on each. Don't forget, people with disabilities enter for free. Livingston Live in Bera the Genesis concert is brought to you by Plascon, Phenol, Coca-Cola, Maestro Studios, UNCC, Tress Gospel, Design Consult, Diesel Money, and MTN.
The Ministry of Health informs the public that there are confirmed cases of Ebola in Uganda. We, however, urge the public not to panic as the situation is being managed. The Ministry of Health further reminds the public to be on the lookout for any persons who may show signs and symptoms of Ebola. These include high body temperature, abdominal pains, diarrhea, vomiting, bleeding from the body openings such as the nose, eyes, and mouth. Please inform the nearest health worker immediately if you see anyone with these signs and symptoms. To prevent Ebola from spreading further, please take the following preventive measures: regular washing of hands with water and soap, avoid handshaking and hugging, avoiding any contact with any suspected Ebola patients. Any person who dies suddenly should not be buried but reported to the nearest health worker or LC1 immediately. For further information, please call the Ministry of Health toll-free number on 0800 100-066 or send a free SMS to your report on 8500. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF and World Health Organization.
Yeah. Sending money the old way. Room number. Sending money with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to access and confirm contact details in real time before you send money. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash hands with soap, it means clean hands for all. This is a message from the National Hand Washing Secretariat.
Welcome to the Living Room Stadium. It's the FIFA World Cup. The match is about to start. Food and drink ready. There's no space left for anyone. Come on, get your lucky chair. Take your usual spot. Even the puppy has one. It's preparation time. You can feel the tension in the air. And do you have everything you need to believe?
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
Did you know that a cashless, secure, and convenient lifestyle is possible with Airtel Money Pay? Pay for your goods and services in the following simple steps. Dial *185 *9#. Enter the merchant ID. Enter the amount. Enter payment reference, for example, school items. Please enter PIN to confirm. You will receive a confirmation message for a successful transaction. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field could not be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite show.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution, or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone, or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312 206 400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
A good school doesn't tolerate violence against children.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Welcome to Friends Stadium. Everybody's ready. Wait a second, not everybody. Come on, dude. It's the FIFA World Cup. You're going to lose your seat, the ritual seat, the lucky one. Losing more than a seat, your team is going to lose. Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold on much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place. Hey, other hand. And you, do you have everything you need to believe?
Yeah. Sending money the old way.
Wrong number.
Sending money with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to access and confirm contact details in real time before you send money. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash hands with soap, it means clean hands for all. This is a message from the National Hand Washing Secretariat.
The Ministry of Health informs the public that there are confirmed cases of Ebola in Uganda. We, however, urge the public not to panic as the situation is being managed. The Ministry of Health further reminds the public to be on the lookout for any persons who may show signs and symptoms of Ebola. These include high body temperature, abdominal pains, diarrhea.
Thank you so much for watching. We apologize for that technical small glitch that came up, but here we are continuing with UBC News Tonight. We'll take you back to our story where Minister Tom Butime has released over 216 students' results of 2022 examinations of the Uganda Hotel and Tourism Training Institute in Kampala.
Okay.
The Uganda Hotel and Tourism Institute has released examination results for 216 students for the year 2022 to Minister for Tourism Tom Butime for confirmation before the graduation slated for Friday this week. Minister Butime officially released the results for the 216 students who will be awarded certificates and diplomas. 131 are female and 85 male.
The 13th graduation of the UHTTI, I now officially release the results of the 2022 examinations of the Uganda Hotel and Training Institute as presented to me by the chairperson of the Board of Directors, UHTTI.
Butime says the government is working towards joining up the institute with the private sector for successful and standard training. He appreciated the Ministry of Education and Sports for supporting and monitoring the institute activities.
I acknowledge and appreciate the role of Ministry of Education and Sports together with the agencies of the ministry. The Joint Admissions Board, JAB, famously as you know it, and the National Council for Higher Education, NCHE, in supporting and monitoring the activities of the Institute and ensuring compliance.
The board vice chairperson Florence Naduk told UBC that the Institute needs government support.
The major one really is funding. Funds that we are getting, the budget that is given to us is not sufficient enough. We hope that the government in the consequent budget year will increase the budget, especially to enhance the running of the institute as far as infrastructure.
Meanwhile, Principal of Uganda Hotel and Tourism Training Institute, Namutosi Mariam, explains the role of the institute.
Of eligible graduates, Honourable Minister, we have 216 students, out of which female are 131, male are 85.
Justin Nakami, Robert Katamba, UBC.
Uganda's financial industry players are encouraged to set bare minimum ethical standards in order to foster business success. The appeal was made by Dr. Tumubwene Twinemanzi, the Director of Supervision at the Bankers Conduct and Ethics Dialogue in Kampala.
Ethics plays an important part in building trust, and without it, governance issues might start popping up in an organization. And regulations reduces the risks of unethical behaviors.
Ethical conduct, or the application of ethics, whether it is good for your business, whether you look at ethics as an end in its own, or that ethics is important as an end of itself, if that is forfeited or that is ignored, the work you have done in terms of raising or acquiring confidence in the market amongst depositors and users or those consumers of financial services can be lost in a heartbeat.
To operate in a banking industry, there is need for setting up a strong value system According to Mumba Kalifungwa, the managing director, Absa Bank Uganda, ethics should be embedded in business strategy.
Basically means that the strategy that informs why you exist or what you're trying to achieve in a particular sector should be laid or built on the strong foundation of strong ethical values, values that define and shape how you operate as individuals in that particular market context or in that organization. So that's the correlation of why we're insisting that whatever we do as an institution or as people or players in the financial services, it should be on the basis of a strong ethical foundation, because our customers expect us to protect their interests as we manage their deposits in the discharge of our duties.
Organized by Absa Bank Uganda
the
and the
important
Bankers
thing is
Association,
for you to be
conduct
operating
ethics
in an
dialogue
industry such as
for the
ours,
heads
you
of
have to have a
compliance of
strong
financial
value system.
institutions
And by saying
aimed at
embedding
addressing ethical
ethics in
challenges
a business
for the
strategy,
good
it basically
of the
means that
industry's
the strategy that
it's true, and that people are feeling pressure to make sure that maybe they're financially secure, and this is coming through in the results when we're assessing ethical culture. I think what the colleagues and everyday people are saying is we need to make sure, I guess, on the 3 Ps, that profit, doesn't lead everything. We need to balance the people, the profit, and in the environment. I think this is what that conversation is saying. We acknowledge that people are feeling the pressure, and us as organizations, we need to make sure that we balance those 3 Ps.
Ethics is the moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conduct of an activity. It's emphasized that one has to do right at all times. Dennis Igoa for UBC Business.
Startup Uganda wants the Ministry of Trade to work on proper regulations that will protect young innovators and their ideas. Richard, the chairman of the Startup Uganda, was at the 2022 Innovation Week and expressed the plight of young innovators, especially capital acquisition and protection of their ideas.
Unlike small and medium-sized enterprises, startups are challenged with unclear regulations guarding them from exploitation.
Many of them struggle with even just compliance in their first few years of operation. Compliance with standardization, compliance with taxes, and other regulations in their different sectors.
At the 4th Uganda Innovation Week, innovators are urged to formalize their startups to make them bankable, to attract potential investors.
What innovation can come around that to improve that, right? And then later, how do we write algorithms to how do we deal with the different challenges based on the existing indigenous solutions?
Venture capital is another form of financing which startups are recommended to utilize to thrive.
There are ways businesses get money. You either get money through debt, which is largely loan, normally taken through traditional financing of businesses, or you get money that we call venture capital money. Venture capital money means you give away a share of your business in exchange for the money that you raise.
United Nations Capital Development Fund is partnering with other private players to mobilize young innovators and polish them towards strategic feasibility studies.
The call is to our innovators to be clear about what question you are trying to answer, what problem you're trying to solve, because then the value proposition is clear to that potential funder.
Supporting these new innovations, stakeholders are optimistic of the homegrown solutions, especially for the economic and environmental problems.
And our innovators can work on that, and I think that definitely in this time and age there is finance towards environmental protection and environmental and social protection and governance.
The 4th Uganda Innovation Week 2022 is on the theme Uganda's entrepreneurial ecosystem, unlocking the missing links. Lydia Chomkama, UBC News.
Minister for Finance, Planning and Economic Development, Matia Kasaija, has said that the community monitoring system introduced will support government efforts in fighting corruption and execution of contracts on time. He was launching the Public Procurement and Disposal of Assets Authority contract monitoring system of government programs in all districts.
monitoring system. 3, 2, 1.
The launch of the contract monitoring system follows the public outcry about the mismanagement of government projects despite the huge amount spent in their implementation. The contract managing system has been put in place by government and civil society organizations to monitor contracts.
Still through GIZ support, we have distributed 100 smartphones to these CSOs, which they have also distributed and installed the system on those smartphones, and we can on real time get feedback from a village in Wundubuju of shoulder work that has been witnessed by these village monitors, and then see how to take it on.
Public Procurement and Disposal of Assets Authority has partnered with 12 civil society organizations for the authority to get timely information of stalling government programs.
So these ones we have agreed to work together, and we are also aware that they have what they call village monitors. We have trained these CSOs, and we are going to continue training them on what to look out for in terms of contract monitoring. The village monitors are also going to be skilled to get information or to capture information on the system, on how to capture information.
Julius Ishungusa urged civil society organizations to be objective while executing their roles as monitors. Julius warned civil society organizations against being compromised and asked accounting officers to be patient in the early days of implementation.
That the whole of Uganda will be monitored at the same time. This is very, very significant, as it is contrary to monitoring being done by PPDA only, where it could even take several months before covering the whole country. This time we shall be doing everything at the same time. So by adopting this, we shall have great improvement in the monitoring system.
Representing the Minister of Finance, Jennifer Muhorizi Vigirwa expressed the need of enhanced stakeholder involvement in contract monitoring to create a win-win situation for all.
Considering the magnitude of project implementation and other requirements by different government agencies, the responsibility of monitoring to ascertain quality cannot and should not be a secluded area. All citizens should be interested. After all, it is in their interest as beneficiaries that projects are completed and services are delivered on time.
Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
That brings us to the end of what we had for you tonight. Thanking you so much for watching. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with Mohammed Bugalu and the whole team. Wish you the best of the night. Do not miss the match, World Cup game at 10 p.m. on UBC TV. For now, bye-bye. See you tomorrow in our other bulletins.
Good evening, and thank you very much for watching UBC News. Time now to look at weather report for tonight. My name is Molen Kenyana. Now continue to see mostly rainy conditions across much of the country, especially the southern half of the country, and we could be looking at a similar trend even for tomorrow. But we shall see that in our forecast. Now let's take a look at the satellite analysis. We still have part of the rain belt that is widely spread across most areas within the country, and that is bringing us rains, especially for areas of western Uganda as well as the southern half of the country. Although at the same time we do have some dry winds that are coming in, bringing in a sunny weather, especially for parts of northern Uganda as well as the Karamoja region. Now tomorrow morning we will start off with rains that will be across much of central Uganda, and for western Uganda we'll also be having those rains, especially across the Rwenzori area, as as well as midwestern Uganda. Southwestern Uganda will start off with sunny intervals. Now, across the eastern half, we'll have mostly rainy weather that will be across areas of Jinja, Tororo, as well as Soroti. And looking at the northern half of the country, we'll be looking at mostly a mix of clouds and sunshine that will be across several places within the region. Later, as we cross over into the afternoon, we'll continue with those rainy conditions across much of Central as well as the Lake Victoria Basin. We are forecasting quite a cool day across Kampala. Temperatures will be at 24, and we're having 27. That will be for Nakasongola. Now we look at Western Uganda, where we do expect to also maintain those rainy conditions, with Kasese going for a maximum of 28. We'll also be looking at quite a cool day for Kabale Highlands. Now across eastern Uganda, we're forecasting rains again in the afternoon. Temperatures will be rising up to 28. That will be across areas of Soroti, and Jinja will be at 26 degrees. Now across northern Uganda, we'll see a development of rainy conditions that will be across several places within the area. Quite a warm day for the Karamoja region. Temperatures will be rising up to 29 degrees centigrade. Now some of the cities that we have for you across the world, we're forecasting a sunny day across Dubai, Cairo, as well as New York. We'll have a cool day for New York at 12 degrees centigrade. Also forecasting rainy weather for Nairobi, but also temperatures will be quite chilly at 25 degrees. Now that is it in terms of weather forecast for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Molin Kenyana, wishing you a good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution, or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone, or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
A good school doesn't tolerate violence against children.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Welcome to Friends Stadium. Everybody's ready. Wait a second, not everybody. Come on, dude. It's the FIFA World Cup. You're going to lose your seat, the ritual seat, the lucky one. Losing more than a seat, your team is going to lose. Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold out much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place.